Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to week 48 of my Concertina accordion journal. So I'm just going to get started on the page right away. I'm actually just going to put, I've had a couple of I've had a couple of thoughts this morning about what I might do. And I'm actually just going to start by gluing a page down on each side to get a nice layer on here to start. So it's Saturday. I have just put up a couple hours ago the winner of my giveaway video for One Badass Art Journal 2025. So not heard back from the person yet, but I don't know where in the world they are. So just about finished. So yeah, hopefully I'll hear from them today so I can pass their name on to TR. So by the time this video goes up, there'll be... So the time this video goes up on Sunday, I'll have another very short video prepared about the early bird discount code that I have for anybody who didn't win my giveaway and wants to sign up for One Badass Art Journal 2025. And yep, there's a bonus that goes along with that, so I'll have more information about that in that video, but I'll also have it in the description box below, because by the time this video goes up, the link for the early bird discount should be live. Now, if you are interested in it and you click on it and it's not live, don't worry, just give it a little while. It's just, you know, the time difference across the various continents, it can just take a little bit of time. So I'm trying to time it that by Eastern Time US it should be live, but you just never know. And just get this little strip here. So I can't believe this is week 48, page 48, and of course that means, you know, oh gosh, sometimes do that, but that doesn't bother me. You know, getting nearer and nearer to the end of the year. I will use that bit, but I'm going to swap it out, otherwise I'm going to get very sticky. So yeah, getting towards the end of 2024. Oh gosh, that's not very good either. So I'm thinking ahead to 2025 and wondering what I should do video wise for next year. I'd hoped to have another video up earlier this week, but without going into the detail, filming conditions were not great, so I didn't get that done. I was actually going to start to do a number of flip-throughs of my art journals. I thought people might like to see some of my older art journals. I think I did say once before I was going to do that, and then for one reason or another didn't get round to it. See where the edge is here. So I'd be interested to know from your point of view if there's anything in particular you would like to see me do. I'm wondering about doing another year-long project, you know, so something each week. I wouldn't do this again for no reason other than, you know, I've done it this year. I might do it but off camera, I'll see. But I've got a wee idea for a kind of 52-week project, so do let me know if you think that's something you might be interested in. either to watch or to participate if you want. It would be another project like this that, you know, if you did want to join in, you could, but if you didn't do all kind of 52 weeks, then it wouldn't matter. You would still have something at the end of it. So I've got that down, and I think all I'm going to do now is put down, I want a bit of ink, so I'm going to grab that and then I'll be back. Someone asked me about the ink I used last week. So the light one was Shimmering Blue, Daler Rowney FW, but they had the note of that anyway. The other one was Daler Rowney FW in Indigo. I can't remember if I answered the question or not, and apologies if I didn't. So all I'm going to do now, I want to use some indigo today, again. So let's just get some bits of book page. I don't like any of the ink to be wasted in any way, so I'll just put some pages underneath that, and anything that runs from it will go onto there. And again, I'm just going to do it on both sides, and I'll give it a little scoosh. Right, so the weather today is decidedly warmer than it was last week when I was sitting here. I think last week the snow was just starting. It didn't come too much, and in fact later on in the day it just changed to rain. So it became very slushy by evening and kind of disappeared within a day, but we then got very, very hard frosts, really hard frosts, and it was cold. Just going to give that a little scoosh. Going to drop that onto there so that gets some on the other side. Then I'm going to give this a quick dry. I'll do that off camera just for the noise. Right, see how it's looking on the other side. Just keep tapping that to take up a bit more. So yeah, I think there's somewhere between the other morning when it was about -5 degrees, and today it's, I think it was about 11 this morning. It's about 12 just now. It's not got much warmer during the morning anyway, but you know, we're talking about something like 17 degrees C difference, so it's a big difference. Right, I'm just going to dry both sides thoroughly and then I'll be back. Right, that's fairly dry. Managed to look out another glue stick. I'd got a couple maybe a week ago at the supermarket. Last time I tried they didn't have any. Don't know what's happened to this little one. It's sat about for a while and it's gone kind of, don't know. I'll see if I can use it somehow. So I was trying to think, what am I going to do today? And I saw this lying and I thought, well, that would make a good window. But then I thought I did a kind of almost a window type thing last week, and I'd need to find an image to sit under it. I had an idea of one and I saw it didn't quite work. So I started to look through a weekend supplement that comes with the newspaper, and I came across this image. Now I don't think I've used really many images in this, but there was just something about that, the gold, and that's why I picked it indigo. You can see there's almost little bits of kind of indigo in there. Now obviously I'm going to lose a fair bit of it. I'm tempted to cut it down there so I can keep the words, so it's really just going to be her face. So I think I'm just going to start by tearing. That's a beautiful image. The paper is very thin. It would probably be better using scissors. Right, okay, time for the scissors. Right, I do have a kind of aversion to using scissors. I don't know why, but it's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. I've obviously got this writing here, but I think I'm just going to leave that on just now, and then I can take that off. So I think I'm just going to take it down the side of the E. So as I say, I can keep the words. I would like to tear it, but I don't think that's going well. Will we try? Let's try. There we go. Gently does it. Now it's probably a little too long, just a tiny bit, so I'm just going to take the bit off the bottom, just in a similar way. I did think about cutting round. I'll just cut this. By the time I put the gold around it, yeah, I think I'm going to just put it down like that. So yeah, if you have any thoughts of what you'd like to see video-wise from me next year, do let me know. If you'd like me to do a kind of 52-week project again, let me know. If you want to see more art journaling, please just say. I'm certainly going to do, as I said, flip-throughs of my art journals. I would like, if I can, to try and do it chronologically, but I was looking for one the other day, one of my art journals, and yeah, it'll be around, but I couldn't find it. Right, so I like the indigo against the gold. I think those two go nicely. I still had lying about my desk some of those little waxed papers from a couple of weeks ago, so I thought I might try and incorporate some of them. I did like when I crinkled it the other week, and it gave it a really nice effect, but then of course I smoothed it out with a heat gun. So actually might go quite nicely across there, just to cover that. It's just a little bits of wax. I always like to see what words are on here. I don't know what the word is, but it's to labour, to work, to be at work. I think this is a French to English dictionary. Triage. Triandre. The other thing, of course, would be, but I think the words are too big, would be to put that on. I think what I'm going to do, I think that would go quite nicely there. I think maybe that way. I've got my gold stencil that, not my gold stencil, my stencil that I use gold through that I've not used in a while. So I think I might just simply do a bit of stenciling through here. Maybe just this bit would fit. Don't want to get it over her face, so I'm going to cover there. Although I do want it a little bit on there. A bit like that, that should be okay. Right, I've got an old bit of sponge here. I'm just going to put some gold onto my bit of paper there. I don't think it will take a lot. And I'm just going to bring it all the way down. So I'll get a little bit of different patterns here and there. I'm going to do it so it goes slightly over the image in places, but not all the way, so it's a little bit uneven. But there you'll see almost joins up with that bit, which is good. I'm going to give this a quick dry, just so I don't smudge it. I think for the back of the card, I'm simply going to stencil on top of that. So we'll get some more paint. And stencil, maybe that bit in the middle. So I know a number of you will have been celebrating different things this past week, different parts of the world, so whatever you were celebrating, I wish you well. I hope you had a good time. If you're still celebrating, then best wishes to you for all of that. Again, I'm not too concerned if the stenciling is not perfect. I like it to be a little bit uneven. I really do think the gold goes nice against the indigo. So again, I'll just try this. Now, that's interesting. I've picked up some little dots. I think that was when some of the wax paper fell on there. I didn't properly clean it off. Used a heat tool, so of course now it's melted. Actually, that might have been quite a nice image to wax. So, I'm going to cover this up with this. Quite happy with that edge sitting a little. Yep, just going to tear down here a little. Give it another scrunch. And I will try, of course some of the bits fall off at the end, but I'm going to try and not smooth it out this week. Might just put that little bit up there. Don't want to overdo it. So, I'm going to use the art glitter glue this time. Like that, you can just see the colour through it, but I've managed to retain the lines. Obviously I'm going to get some gold paint on that because I'll be doing my usual round edges. There was a number of you gave me kind of hints and tips for waxed paper. Yeah, I should say I do have a tray that I can melt wax on. I like to use beeswax, but the day that I decided to do this, the tray thing is out in my garage, and well, setting it up was just too much effort for a tiny project like this. If I was doing a lot, then it would be a different story, but I really just wanted enough for a little project, so that's why I just did it the way that I did it. It was just to try it. I'd done it that way before and I quite liked the results, so just dabbing it down. There'll be a little bit of glue comes out because I put quite a bit on. But again, not wanting to get rid of the crinkles. I love how there's the kind of wheel type shape there. I am going to keep this simple. I don't think I'm going to do much more. Although that said, I'm tempted to put some gold dots round her hair. I was looking for my gold Posca pen yesterday, but couldn't find it. Got dots round there. Could just do it with the end of a paintbrush. I could do it with a paintbrush, but I always end up getting do it with just a paintbrush, but I always end up just getting different sizes of lines or dots. Just going to do it with the end of the paintbrush. It won't be all that obvious, I don't think. Just going to do it around the outside edge because the golds almost fit in with each other. I just always think that if you're using collage, you know, where the images are not your own, then it's quite nice to add your own kind of touch to it. I've probably gone a little bit squint there, but just lifts it a little. Do I want to put it on her hair? Would that be a mistake? Continue it round. It's always that fine balance between doing too much and not doing enough. I will take it on to here though. Gold on her crown thing, tiara thing. Right. Right, I'm just going to put my gold round the edge, as I usually do, and then I will let you see the end result. Be right back. Right, so that will have to sit for a little while to dry. I'll just quickly flip over to the other side. So just the indigo with the gold stenciling, this side, the indigo, a couple of pieces of wax paper, and the image that I simply took from a weekend supplement magazine with some dots of gold and the gold round here as well as the stenciling. I'm pleased with that. I can appreciate the art, the artistry in these images, but I've never actually been into that sort of image for using them in my art. Although I do like kind of the iconography in some art, but I'm really liking that. Maybe my tastes are changing. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. If you're interested, do please check out the discount that's available on the One Badass Art Journal 25. You know, there is a discount code. It will be listed in the description box below, and also another short video that I'm going to put up. So thanks ever so much for watching. Do take care. Bye for now.